I can hear you, but I can't see him. Where? From the Kozlowski Gymnasium here on the campus of Arlington High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School boys varsity basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School host the Rockets of Reading High School, and this is an MIAA Boys Division I first round playoff game between the Rockets and the Spy Ponders. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan. I'm joined by Tim Hoffman, and Tim will cut right to the chase. Unfortunately, Arlington has to play a league opponent in this first round. Unfortunately for Arlington, they went 0-2 against them during the regular season. I guess Arlington is kind of counting on the adage how difficult it can be to beat a team 3 times in one season.
Yeah, the good news is they were really close games. It is really tough to beat someone 3 times in the season. All the games went down to the wire, so I'm expecting a barn burner tonight. But no matter what happens tonight, Don, what an accomplishment for the Arlington Spy Ponders. Just getting to the tournament here is such a tribute to the boys and their coaching staff. And what a memory that they'll have for the rest of their lives getting into the tournament.
There are 65 Division I teams in Massachusetts. 48 of them made the Division I tournament. Arlington comes in with a ranking of number 26, so we're in the upper echelon of those rankings, and Reading comes in with a ranking of 39. Both teams come in with similar records of 13-7, and as you mentioned in a shout out to the team and their accomplishments, let's keep in mind that Arlington High School ends the season as the co-champs of the Middlesex Liberty League along with Lexington High School. So congratulations to the team on that accomplishment as well.
One of the best public school leagues in the state, the Middlesex League. You come up to the top of the Middlesex League, you've had a great season no matter what happens here tonight, even though we're expecting good things from the Spy Ponders.
And now we have the introduction of the starting lineups. We just had the starting lineup for Reading. Number 2, Hunter Hayes. Number 5, Aiden Beckenhouse. Number 12, James Murphy. Number 14, Jake Palm. And number 33, Luke Benson. Now for the Spy Ponders, co-captain number 0, Simon Hess. Number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 4, Owen Hageland. Number 20, Matt Newper. And number 23, Caden Mills, the starting lineup for the Spy Ponders. And now we will have the playing of our national anthem.
Nick, can you hear me on this talkback? Nick,
everything, and it's hard to concentrate.
Okay, I will hear, but that's not going on live, is it?
And Tim, you know, in a game like this, Arlington's going to have to rely, I believe, on a couple of things. First of all, their defense, which has been their calling card all year, and they're really going to need the offensive production from their 2 all-league players. Owen Haglund was named a league all-star. He's just a sophomore, so congratulations to him, averaging 17 points per game. And the league MVP, Jaden Williams.
Yeah, they're going to need both those guys to come out big. I would be surprised if Arlington went to their zone, Reading went to their zone defense. It was really, really effective against those guys last time. When they were playing in a man, they had some matchup problems. But they get the big guy, the quarterback in the middle, and they play a tough matchup zone. So I would be surprised if you see some matchup zone. Someone's going to have to hit some outside shots, maybe some three-pointers to loosen up that zone.
2 players for the Rockets made all-star in the Middlesex League. Number 5, Aiden Beckenhuis, is one of them. And the other one, fortunately for the Ponders, and he missed the last game here in Arlington, Jesse Doherty. He's out with an injury, but he was also named a league all-star for the Rockets.
Yeah, really good player. Hurt his knee, and he's out. Beckenhuis is a tough player. And but hey, Murphy's tough on the boards, plays tough defense, smart kid, so he's always going to be tough. Beckenhuis played great against us last time.
Tip controlled by the Rockets. They will have the first possession. Now they go inside, putting it up no good. And Jaden Williams with the rebound for the Ponders.
Remember last time, Don, Reading just shot any shot that they can see, they'll jack a 3. They got some good three-point shooters, but they play tough D.
Williams strong to the basket, had the shot blocked by Luke Benson, number 33, and then the ball actually ended up going off of Jaden out of bounds. Reading ball.
Tough defense by Caden there. Off his leg. That's going to be a good matchup right there, Don, the 2 football players. Beckenhuis and Caden.
Reading will go to look like a 2-1-2 full court pressure. Arlington, no problem breaking. I don't think it was really an intense pressure by Reading. Maybe just to make Arlington use up some clock, bringing the ball up over the court. Is Jaden Williams with a very difficult shot, and he gets the roll.
Good take, attacking the hoop early. That's a good sign.
First basket of the game belongs to Arlington and Jaden Williams. 2-0 Ponders just underway here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. Now we're going to have a blocking foul called against Simon Hess.
Oh, it looked like he stepped out before he hit him, too. Tough D under the basket here.
Oh, beautiful inbounding play results in an easy hoop for number 12, tri-captain James Murphy.
You saw that coming.
2-2. Minute and a half played here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. MIAA first round tournament game. The winner of this game will play Thursday night at 7 o'clock against Newton North. And for either of these teams, that'll be a tough matchup.
Yeah, super tough team, Newton North. I saw them.
Take care of business tonight.
Oh, I like that.
Haglund for 3 is a little bit long. Here comes Beckenhuis up the court for the Rockets.
I like the fact that he's already looking to score. They probably told him early, we need some points from you. He's being aggressive. It wasn't a good shot, but it was a good idea.
Hess with the deflection out of bounds. It will remain Rockets ball. Crowd still filing in to our right. A huge student body section full for the Ponders, and they had to open up the bleachers on the other side of the court. Maybe a little bit of stutter step there. No call. Play continues. And now picking up the loose change and a traveling violation called against Murphy. And if it's one thing I know about Arlington, they will come out for tournament games, and already a good crowd here on hand at the Kozlowski Gymnasium.
Good D right there by Matt Newfer. He challenged the shot and forced Murphy to travel.
Still tied at 2. Couple minutes played here in the first quarter. And that's either going to be a backcourt or a foul. And they're going to call the foul on Hunter Hayes, number 2. Tough situation for the officials. It looked like that pass was going to bring Simon into the backcourt anyway, but he definitely had a little bit of assistance from Hayes, and they call the foul on Hayes, his first.
Look at Beckenhuis, it's so tough.
Beckenhuis with the steal. Reading had some numbers. Now they're going to get a little layup opportunity. Shot is missed by Palm. Palm has had a play ahead of the game. Count the basket. And Owen Haglund will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Great outlet pass by Jaden Williams there. Saw Owen on the break, threw a bounce pass. Great catch, great transition. Looks like Arlington's getting up and down. They're looking to run tonight, Don.
Haglund will go to the charity stripe to try to complete the three-point play. And around the rim and out, Caden Mills tried to keep it alive. He could not. And now Reading will take possession.
What a season Owen Haglund's had, huh?
And they have Caden Mills on Beckenhuis. Three-point shot from the corner is no good. Jaden Williams with the rebound. Again, like you mentioned, Arlington looking to run. Here comes Haglund. Now he's going to pull it back out, and Arlington will set the offense. Man-to-man defense for the Rockets.
They got to get out on Hayes, number 2. He can shoot it. Look at
Jaden
this.
for 4. No. Looked like Newfer was being held. Couldn't get at that rebound. Continue to play, and Caden Mills all over Beckenhuis. Got a hand on that. Beckenhuis keeps going right through the traffic. Lost control of it. Ponders with the steal. But Beckenhuis flying into the first row. Knocks it out of bounds.
I love the way that kid plays, number 5, Beckenhuis. He's just a tough kid. Plays unbelievably hard the whole game. He was the spark that made the comeback last time against Arlington. He never gave up, just kept playing hard.
Looks like we have some Newton North garbage in front of us, scouting the game. A couple of friends of mine, they wanted to give them a little bit of heat. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will remain Reading ball.
Usually when you see Caden Mills playing this tough this early, he's got the intensity tonight. It's a good sign for Arlington.
And Caden Mills will be called for the holding foul.
Yeah, sometimes he gets a little bit too aggressive, far from the hoop. That's where he picks up some cheapies.
First on Caden, second on the team. Both teams have committed 2 team fouls early on here. Almost halfway through the first quarter, Ponders lead it 4-2.
I like that switch. I almost like him on the bigger guy better. Mills on the bigger guy. Keep him out of foul trouble.
Owen Haglund did a nice job there getting away with a little bit of a nudge that caused a little bit of a discomfort level for the Rocket player. Jaden Williams all the way to the basket, couldn't get the roll. Arlington will reset. Jaden fakes, drives, kicks it out in the corner. Owen Haglund for 3. Yes!
Big one. Coach is saying you got to get out on him. You don't want to get him loose.
And a timeout called by Reading.
Yeah, Coach Morrissey really wanted someone with a hand in his face out there. They didn't want Haglund to get loose early, get heated up from 3. As we've seen most of the year too, Don, so when Haglund gets going early, that's a big sign.
We're going to have some replays, but he got a quick look at the Arlington High cheerleaders. Arlington High cheerleaders coached by Allie Seymour and Sarah List. Juniors on the squad are Tatum Kerr and Allie Waldman. Sophomores Mia Thess, Ryan Lawless, Rianne Lyons, and Lauren Henneberry. And the freshmen are Jill Cole, Haley Lucenti, and Tess Callahan. Arlington High School basketball cheerleaders.
Great student section so far, Don.
Packed
Yeah.
to our right, which is a better spot because last game they were so into the game and they were directly in front of us, we couldn't see the finish of the game. Game that went into overtime when Arlington last played Reading. A 60-58 overtime loss for the Ponders. Three-point shot is no good. 2 players go high for the rebound. It's Hess that comes up with it.
Hess aggressively went after that defensive board. I like to see that.
Battled his teammate.
Oh, if this
Haglund's going
goes.
to continue to take threes. This one is off. Rebound loose. Hess comes up with it. Matt Newfer, you could use a 3 from him. No. Rebound fought for. Haglund comes up with it. Haglund's going to pull it back out. Newfer takes it in the paint, and now Simon Hess will reset the Arlington offense. 7-2 Ponders, 3:06 remaining first quarter.
Up.
Now, Hess was setting the screen, and the Reading player trying to go through the screen was a little bit extra aggressive, and James Murphy will pick up that foul.
Like I said last time, Murphy's a quarterback. He plays basketball like a linebacker. He's a tough kid.
Second foul on Murphy, And Coach Morrissey quickly goes to the bench to get him out of there. And
It's good to have Littlefield, though. You know, you have bring another 6'4", 6'5" kid off the bench. They can sort of fill in, get 10 fouls between them.
Hayes Littlefield, number 22, as Tim mentioned, the replacement for Murphy.
Good defensive player, good rebounder. We need one.
Newfer for 3. You know, Arlington needs that third scorer, and we really want Matt Newfer to be it, perhaps Simon Hess. Because you know you're going to get your 40 out of Jaden and Owen. Shot is missed, rebound fought for, knocked out of bounds by Reading. It will be Arlington ball.
You can tell the difference in refereeing, too. They're letting a little bit more physical, not the tic-tac fouls because it's the tournament. Doing a great job on the floor with the refs. Reading's going to pick up full.
Yeah.
They stayed in the man-to-man. I like Arlington on the man-to-man.
Number 1, Shea Donahue checked into the Reading lineup during that last break.
I don't think he can cover Jaden.
Kicking in the corner to Simon Hess. Simon Hess for 3. No. Newfer with the rebound.
He's been aggressive.
Owen to the hole. Kicks it back out. Arlington works it around. Jaden Williams takes a contested 3 and hits a contested 3.
Yeah, they got a smaller guy on him. Jaden's got to get after that right now while they have this matchup.
Jaden has 5. Owen has 5. Ponders have 10. 2 minutes remaining first quarter. Arlington 10. Reading 2. Inside, a little lefty shot. No. Hagelin with the rebound, and he's fouled on the play. That's going to go against Luke Benson. Benson, remember, had 13 points in the last game here at Arlington.
Yeah, he's a tough player. He plays good defense. He rebounds, does a little bit of everything.
Benson picks up his first 4th on the team. So Reading in a little bit of team foul trouble early on here. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Hess to the paint. Nice little dump pass to Caden Mills. Caden Mills going to power it up. No. Good challenge by the Reading defense there. Newford kind of got in the way of the Reading player. Good defense there. Almost caused a turnover. Excuse me, that was Hagelin.
Yeah, I like the defensive intensity on Arlington so far.
Minute 27 to go, first quarter. Reading held to just 2 first quarter points thus far. They got a little backdoor cut there. Good ball movement by the Rockets results in an open 3. Shot's no good. Here comes Jaden Williams. Little Euro step there.
Ooh. A little bit of contact.
I don't know if there was contact there or just an awkward shot. Either way, it was an air ball. And Reading will take it with the final minute to go.
Coach Woods would take that, though. Jaden aggressively attacking the hoop.
Beckenhuis with the left hand makes a nice move and lays it up and in. First points of the game for the Middlesex League All-Star. 10-4 Ponders, 45 seconds to go. Jaden Williams going to take a 3. Looks good. A little bit long. Shot clock off. Let's see if Reading holds for a final shot. Down by 6.
Reading's real good about when they're denied on the post or even out on the wing, going back door.
Beckenhuis, baseline drive, got swallowed up by Newfer.
Nice pass.
That is a beautiful pass, and the lefty shot is good. So a nice little run here as Littlefield gets the basket, and a nice little run here at the end of the quarter. Now another steal, and a bank shot is good by Beckenhuis at the buzzer. And so a quick 6-0 spurt by the Rockets has given them a lot of life as we head into the second quarter.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Every possession is going to be important. You got to take care of the basketball.
And as we get ready for second quarter action, Spy Ponders with a 2-point lead and a disappointing ending to that first quarter, Tim. They were up 10-2, and they let Reading get the final 6 of the first quarter.
And now you see Reading come out in their 2-3 zone. Nice take.
And Hagelin, a little baseline drive, floats it up and in.
That's what they're going to do, is attack the zone, find the weak spots in the zone.
That was a big hoop for the Ponders, Tim. I know it's early in the game and
Absolutely.
beginning of the second quarter, but Reading just rattled off 6 in a row to cut a huge, not huge, but a good Arlington lead. Now the ball's knocked loose and last touch by Reading, but you know, Arlington probably was a little bit down in between the first and second quarter, so to come out with a first possession in the second quarter and score, I think was a big hoop.
Absolutely. Stem the tide a little bit.
Ricardo Bondasani into the Arlington lineup, number 5. Matt Newfer for 3 had it blocked by Beckenhuis. Hess, top of the key for 3. In and out. Hagelin goes flying in for the rebound. Couldn't come up with it. Reading could have numbers if they push.
Got to get back.
Good defense there by Arlington, getting back and stopping that semi-break. Now another good little entry pass, but an offensive foul will be called.
Simon Hess getting there early.
Took the hit from Littlefield.
He's a big dude,
picks up
too.
the foul. 5th on the team. First on Littlefield.
Hess is good for 2 or 3 charges a game. Good passing.
Hess is called for traveling.
It's good ball movement, though. They were finding the weak spot in the Reading zone.
Hess almost with the steal, knocks it out of bounds. It will remain Reading ball. 12-8 Ponders, 6:43 remaining second quarter.
I really like number 1, Donahue. His passing is excellent for Reading. Sees the whole floor, gets his guys open.
Now Bondasani will be given the task of guarding Beckenhuis, and now the great Arlington defense forces the Reading player, number 14, Jake Palm, to step out of bounds. Arlington ball.
You see it all year, Ricardo Bondasani has played unbelievably great on the ball, man-to-man defense, aggressive kid, doesn't foul, keeps his body moving.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to throw multiple people at Beckenhuis because I think it's going to be a lot to ask Caden Mills to guard him for an entire game.
Without fouling out.
Without fouling out, correct. Jaden with a nice move, can't get it to go.
Stay away from
Littlefield, and now.
See, that's what you don't want is you miss the bucket, then you get a foul.
Yeah, Jaden commits that foul some 80-something feet away from the basket. Just his first, 3rd on the team.
Yeah, you let the kid get the rebound, you let him get it, and move on.
Hess with the steal on the inbound pass to Hagelin. Hagelin floater, yes.
That's a tough shot, too.
Oh, and Hagelin with another bucket. He has 9 of Arlington's 14. Ponders almost with the steal. And laying it up and in is Jake Palm. Good job there by Reading to break the Arlington press and get the easy layup.
It seems like all their pressure's up front, and they don't really have any defense in the back. They don't have the big guy back there or anything. And if you do break their press, you're going to get an easy bucket.
Hagelin goes to the floor. Ooh. And a blocking foul will be called against Bondasani.
You get in front of Beckenhuis.
Beckenhuis a little shaken up on that play.
I think it was just a knee-to-knee, though. I don't think he twisted. He's a tough kid, though. He's a running back on a great Reading football team. He's going to shake that off in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, but
not getting that kid out of the game.
Yeah, no, but he's going to relinquish a little bit of the ball handling chores here to Donahue, who can more than capable of doing it, but not this time as he turns it over. Here's Hagelin ahead of the pack.
He went
dunk.
to biff
I don't know
on
if that
him.
was blocked. Either way, great hustle by number 14, Jake Palm, to at least disrupt that. I don't know if he actually blocked it or if Owen came up short on the dunk.
Hey, if he had biffed that on him, this place would have gone nuts.
Tough shot there. Good follow. No. Rebound fought by Hagelin with the block from behind. Mills with a block. And they're going to call Caden Mills for a foul, and Caden didn't like that call. And that's going to be bad news for Arlington because Caden picks up foul number 2, and he's going to have to come out of the game.
Look, Coach Woods, he's like, he was all ball, man. It was all ball.
That's a huge call. Team foul number 5 against Arlington. First free throw is no good.
Was that Caden's second?
Caden picks up foul number 2, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
Matt Newfer back into the Arlington lineup. We'll see if Coach Woods alters his philosophy of being a playoff game, or if he's going to have Caden sit the remainder of the first half. Still 5:15 to go. One of 2 free throws for Palm. And the Arlington lead is now 3, 14-11, coming up on 5 minutes remaining first half.
Nice pass.
That's going to be perfect.
Well, it's a big shot. If they move the ball like that on the zone and they get open looks like that and he hits that, they're not going to be able to stay in the zone.
Owen Hagelin, a big 3-point basket for the Spy Ponders, and they double their lead. And another turnover by the Rockets caused by the Arlington defense. That shot from our angle, Tim, I didn't think that was going in, but Hagelin proved me wrong and knocked down that big 3.
That's the thing is, if you put a 2-3 zone up and you get someone hitting some threes, even if it's only one guy and you're reversing the ball, you can't stay in it. It's too many points.
Tough entry pass there.
Yeah.
Try to get it to Radoslovich. Ben just checked into the Arlington lineup. 3-point shot by number 2 for Reading. Hunter Hayes is good.
Yeah, Hayes is tough. Donahue with the good drop pass. Hayes will jack those, and he'll make them too.
Hayes had 8 points in the prior game, including 2 3-point baskets.
He's not afraid to take them anytime, any place.
Newfer for 3 from the corner, long. Radoslovich keeps it alive. Owen Hagelin switches to the left hand, flips it up, no. Jaden Williams with the rebound.
Just go up, you're going to get
3
fouled.
players, puts it up.
Oh, how's that not a foul?
And at least it's just knocked out of bounds by Reading.
Coach Woods.
It will remain Arlington ball.
I thought if he just jumped in the air, he'd get a foul.
Coach Woods says, hey, we got similar play down here that we had a foul called against us. We want the same thing. Come on, Matt, one time. It's going to be short.
Get back now.
Newfer continuing to take him from 3-point land, so if he can start knocking a couple down. Oh, good move there by Beckenhouse. He goes into the paint, though. Good help defense by the Ponders. Quadruple team was Beckenhouse. Here's Littlefield strong to the hole with the left hand. No. Hagelin to Williams. Williams ahead of the pack. Puts it up strong. No. Rebound fought for by Newfer. Reading player did establish himself back in bounds. And now here come the Reading Rockets the other way. 3:20 to go. First half. Ponders by 3. Beckenhouse for 3. Yes, he ties the game. And a timeout called by Arlington.
That was a tough shot by Beckenhouse. So Donahue passed it to Beckenhouse downtown too. I mean, he wasn't anywhere close to the line. That's a tough shot. With one of your best aggressive players hitting some long downtown threes, that's only going to help.
And he ties the game for Reading with 3:07 to go, second quarter. Hey, while we have a moment, let's acknowledge our ACMi staff. Tonight's producer is Nick Antonakis. Today's director is Mazen Abukaloff. Jack Magoon on replay. Kai Gongshan here on graphics. Abby Shapiro, Letty Carswell, Donnie Noah Felscuti, Nicholas Ferrara, Owen Tambor, and Ruhan Sharma Sonea all on camera. A huge crew here tonight. I think it's 11 people doing this telecast for you. And you get a look at the Arlington High cheerleaders during this break as well. So thank you to our crew. Thank you to ACMi for bringing this telecast. And let's hope the Ponders can reward everybody with a victory.
So they're back in their 2-3 zone. Oh, goodness gracious.
Steal by Reading, chance for their first lead, but losing control of it. As Hayes lost control of it. Now in the backcourt, a foul committed by Arlington, and looking like he got the worst of it. Is that Bondasani that's down in the ground?
No, I think it's Owen. Yeah, I think he caught one in the chin.
It is Owen Hagelin. The trainer comes out to take a look at him real quick. trainer Sam Jones. And Owen's going to have to come out of the lineup at least temporarily. And this is going to force Arlington to bring in Diego Palmieri off the bench, at least for a couple moments, till Owen figures out where he is.
I think he's completely fine. I
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit of precaution there, but
Yeah, no, I think you'll see him check into the scores table immediately after he gets a little bit of water, confirmation from the trainer that he's okay, and he'll be back in the game.
imagine back in the day, Don, getting taken out of the game for that.
Steal by the Ponders. Hess goes hard to the ground. And I don't know if Simon hit his head on the ground. He seems to be a little bit shaken up, but looks to be okay.
He's been playing really well. Simon's been playing really well today.
2.5 minutes remaining first half. We're tied at 17.
They need Owen back in, especially when these guys are playing the zone.
Ooh. Palmieri might have got a little jump stop there.
Someone's got to hit a three besides Owen.
Here comes Donahue for the Rockets. Rockets with a chance for their first lead since early on. Actually, no, Arlington had the first lead. Jaden Williams scored the first basket of the game. I don't think Reading's ever led this game tonight.
Bondasandi with a good defense there.
Williams tried to get it to head of the pack to Simon Hess. Pass did not connect.
I think Coach Woods wants him to take the ball up the floor on that, not throw the long bomb. I'd rather have Jaden have the ball, see what happens when he gets down there.
Bondasani out of the Arlington lineup. Owen Haglund back in. Arlington sitting on 16 fouls, so Reading will be in the bonus for the duration of the first half.
And they were able to keep Murphy out too.
Wide open underneath. Blown assignment there, and Luke Benson lays it in for his first basket of the game. And Reading takes their first lead of the game.
Imagine having a kid like this, Littlefield, coming off the bench. Just about 6'4", 6'5", tough kid in the post. What an asset.
1917 Rockets.
Good skip pass.
Diego Palmieri for three.
He wanted that too. He had his feet set and he was ready to let it fly.
And the Ponders take the lead. Now back the other way. Missed opportunity by Benson. Arlington coming back the other way. Here comes Jaden Williams.
Attack the hoop.
To the hole.
There
Lays
it is.
it up and in.
That's what he's got to do, especially on the break.
And a
Attack
nice
that
run
hoop.
here by the Ponders. A 5-0 run has given them a 3-point lead after Reading took their first lead of the game. And yeah, that's a little too much reaching in there by Simon. He'll pick up the foul, and that will put Arlington into the penalty.
Coach Woods wants him to move his feet. Less reach and move his feet. He was right. He was in the good spot.
So Reading took the lead, 19-17. But Diego Palmieri, with probably maybe his biggest basket of the season, immediately gave the Ponders the lead back. And then Arlington capitalized again on a missed opportunity by Reading with the Jaden Williams bucket, and they lead by 3.
Yeah, you could see him. He had his feet set. The ball was reversed. He was looking to let that thing fly. He had confidence in his shot. It was a nice shot.
Donahue hits the front end of the 1-and-1.
There's a lot of opportunity. Anyone that can hit a three against this zone, they're going to get some playing time. They're going to get some opportunity.
46.3 seconds remaining in the first half. Donahue makes one of the two. If Arlington hurries, they could go 2 for 1, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's about a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
Nice bounce
inside
pass.
to Simon Hess. Simon Hess with the reverse layup. Couldn't get it to go.
It's a great pass.
Now, Haglund with a steal. Kept it in bounds. Now, Reading could possibly have the numbers, but I think if I'm Coach Morrissey, I'd rather see my team hold for 1. And it's got to be an offensive foul. And it is.
Simon Hess.
Hess again, was it, Tim?
Oh, Hess was there.
Great defense by Simon Hess there. Offensive foul against Beckenhuis. He picks up his first, 6th on the team. Now Arlington will hold for a final shot. I think that Coach Morrissey would have much preferred Beckenhuis to pull that out. They had a chance to hold for the final shot of the half, Tim, to maybe tie the game or take the lead. And now Arlington can extend their lead going into the halftime break.
Yeah, he was a little out of control going to the hoop there.
Haglund to the basket, left-handed, no. Rebound put up. Newford comes flying in, no. And the buzzer sounds, ending the first half.
Great half so far, Don.
We get a look at some first half highlights.
That was a tough shot right there by Jaden.
Jaden's only three of the game.
Yep.
There's the left-handed scoop shot by Beckenhuis.
Didn't seem like he took a dribble from the foul line in, but I still like him.
A little pull-up by Beckenhuis off the window.
See if he called it.
Is one of the 2 charges that Simon Hess picked up in the first half.
Lead leaguer in taking charges, Simon Hess.
There's a little floater by Owen Hagland. A double team by the Ponders there, but that was the time that actually Arlington had good pressure on that, but they were able to break it and get the easy 2.
You have a good season with, obviously Jaden Williams and Owen Hagland leading the way, but guys like Simon Hess, Caden Williams, Caden playing so well.
There's the Hagland 3.
And even Bondasani coming off the bench is just those supporting players are so important, and they've just been so important for these guys all year. Simon Hess being right at the top of the list, doing so many things, passing the ball, taking some medium range jumpers, always playing tough defense, getting charges.
Here's the Jaden Williams layup. The score at the end of the first half, Arlington 22, Reading 20. We're going to have an interview with Nick and athletic director John Bowler, and then Tim and I will be back with the second half action. And as we get ready for second half action, as promised, Nick's halftime, or before the game interview that we're presenting here at halftime with Athletic Director John Bowler.
Thanks for having me.
Just really quick about the game tonight. Obviously, a former coach of the boys basketball team. What do you hope to see from the Spy Ponders here tonight in a big playoff game?
Yeah, no, hopefully it's going to be a great atmosphere. We're playing a team in our league for the third time, so it should, both teams know each other very well. So it should be a very, high quality, hard fought game, and hopefully we end up on top.
What do you think is the most important thing for the Spy Ponders to do to come away with the win?
Yeah, I think it's probably get the game kind of going up and down, cause some turnovers, get some easy baskets. Controlling the tempo. If we control the tempo and play the tempo that we want to play and take quality shots, and we're going to be tough to beat.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time. Back to you guys at the desk.
And thank you very much, Nick, for that interview pregame with Athletic Director John Bowler. And Tim and I are back here for a second half action. And Tim, Arlington happy to be up by 2 at the end of the first half. And each team had to play a significant amount of time with one of their big men, as James Murphy for Reading and Caden Mills for Arlington both had to sit out significant amount of time with first half foul trouble.
Good defense right there by Jaden. Yeah, you can put Murphy back in the game now. That's a huge advantage for Reading to have Murphy back in, only 2 fouls.
Looking like Reading coming out in some sort of zone. Look like a 1-2-2 maybe, Tim?
Yeah, there's extending their middle guy up a little bit. I think they're a little concerned about the shooters. Good interior passing there. I like Reading in their zone, though. Reading's zone is tough and tight.
Shot from the corner is good. It's a 3, and it's Jaden Williams with a Arlington student body right there to our right, standing up this entire game. We can't even see that corner of the court, but a 3-point basket by Jaden Williams increases the Arlington lead to 5 points.
And not only that, it gets the student body alive.
Trying to answer for Reading, no
Simon
good
Hess,
by
good
Jake
rebound.
Palm.
Bounce
To the
pass.
basket. Caden Mills kicks it back out. Another 3 for Jaden.
Money.
Yes! Excuse me, that's Owen Haglund for 3 again. We can't see in that corner, but I'm pretty sure that was Owen Haglund for the 3-pointer.
Great pass by Caden Mills. He attacked the hoop a little bit, drove the defense to him, kicked it back outside for the 3-pointer.
Arlington now matching their largest lead of the game. Remember, they led 10-2 early on in this game, and then Reading got the final 6 points of the first quarter. And Arlington has now matched that 8-point lead, 28-20, just over a minute played, third quarter. Beckenhuis, and one official was saying that he lost control of it, which I think is the correct call. The outside official rules a traveling violation. I think that's a break for Arlington.
And Coach Morrissey doesn't agree with either one of them.
Well, Beckenhuis lost control of it, so
yeah,
I don't
he
think
took
he
like
really
6
was guilty
steps
of a
without
travel.
dribbling. So there's got to be something. I mean, I know he was a good rusher,
I
but
used to play pickup ball with a guy. We'd say, hey, that's something. We'd be like, well, was it a travel? Was it double? He goes, I don't know. It was something.
It's got to be something.
And then we'd give him the ball. Like, okay, your ball.
I know he ran for a lot of yards as a running back at Reading, but you can't do that out here.
Newfer, can he make a 3? Just short. Oh, Caden Mills, he's not going to get away with that action on the rebounding, and he's called for the foul.
Climb the ladder there.
Third on Caden, and quickly, number 24, Ben Radoslovich to the scorer's table to replace Caden Mills. .6:12 remaining, third quarter, Ponders by 8. Ooh, I thought Jaden was going to get a steal there. Reading fortunate to survive this possession. Arlington in man-to-man defense, they dump it inside to Murphy. Murphy with the left hand, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for Murphy, couldn't come up with it, and now Jake Palm lays it in.
As we know, Reading's never going to give up. They're going to play hard until the final second.
5 for Jake Palm. And Arlington leads at 28-22.
Back in the 2-3 zone.
Now Haglund goes from one corner to the other.
They
it
really
to
get out
Owen
on
in the
Haglund,
corner.
too. They're really aware of where he is because they know he's the shooter.
Hagelin running baseline. Now he ends up in this corner that we can't see. He launches a three, bounces high twice, didn't get the roll. Ball's out of bounds. Last touch by Redding. It will be Spy Ponder ball.
Yeah, it was good defensive rebound. Offensive rebound by Jaden Williams. He kept that ball alive, just tipped it a little bit, and got Murphy off balance.
Hagelin in the corner, baseline drive, pulls it back out.
Oh, goodness.
Slovich, Newfer, Jaden in the corner, baseline drive, try to get it to Owen in the corner, but Arlington turns it over.
Got to get back.
Great defense there by Matt Newfer getting a hand on that pass. Turnover, Redding. Owen Hagelin for three, no. Newfer high for the rebound. Try to kick it back out to Simon Hess. Maybe Matt could have gone back up with that one.
Yeah, Matt's been really aggressive defensively tonight.
Oh, now a nice little drop step there by Luke Benson, and he lays it in. Nobody stopped the ball on that one. 28-24 Pond as Redding has rattled off the last four to cut the Arlington lead in half.
Really the only piece that Arlington's missing, they have such a good team with lots of guys doing lots of different things, is just the one guy that could just step in and jack threes.
5 on the shot clock. Jaden Williams had to take that shot. Little pull-up jumper, couldn't get it to go. And Redding with a chance to cut into the Arlington lead further.
I'd just be salivating if I saw that soft 2-3 zone. I'd be jacking everything.
Hayes to the hole. No, he's fouled on the play. They're going to call that a shooting foul, so Hunter Hayes will go to the line for 2 shots. Owen Hagelin picks up that foul, his second on the team. Redding yet to commit a foul in the third quarter. 2 shots for Hunter Hayes. Hayes around the rim and out. So Ricardo Bondasani, number 5, will check into the Arlington lineup, and he replaces Matt Newfer.
Newfer's played well tonight. Not on the scoreboard, but he's doing all the little things.
Arlington student body chanting Hunter. Hunter acknowledged them. He missed both free throws, but getting the offensive rebound for the Rockets was Jake Palm. And Bondasani fouls him, and Palm will go to the line for 2.
Got to do a better job boxing out on that. Got to really step into him.
And Palm hits the first free throw.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving up easy ones in this game. This game's going to go down to the wire.
Second free throw by Palm is good. So now Palm has actually tied Beckenhuis for high point honors for the Rockets, and now all of a sudden the Arlington 8-point lead is down to 2. Hagelin, nice move with the right hand, lays it in.
That's the thing, you got to attack that 2-3 zone. There are some soft spots in that zone. They're good on the perimeter, but once you get the ball inside a little bit, their zone breaks down.
Palm, difficult shot, no good. Got a Slovich with the rebound, gets it to Owen Hagelin. Arlington maybe pushing some numbers here.
Nice
Hagelin with
pass.
a beautiful pass to Jaden Williams, and Williams lays it up and in.
Not only was that a good pass, it was a good cut by Williams. He saw the open lane and just went back door. Little push off.
Owen with 17, Jaden with 12. Is that a foul on Jaden Williams?
Oof.
Oh, it is. And that could hurt. I think that might be his third. No,
That was a tough call.
Williams picks up his second foul, 4th on the team. 2:51 remaining third quarter. Arlington now by 6. Redding had cut it to 2. Arlington has answered with 4 in a row.
Gotta be careful with the reach.
3-point shot in the corner by Palm is good.
See, instead of doubling the ball where they do on that, you got to stay on your man, especially when the guy can shoot like that. And he's looking for the shot.
So it's Jake Palm, who only had 3 points, 1 3-point basket in the last meeting here in Arlington. He's got 10.
But you could tell by
For
his
the Rockets.
release, he could really shoot the ball.
Jaden Williams tries to answer with the three of his own. No. Hess couldn't quite get to
Gotta
that
get back.
rebound. And now again, the Arlington defense. This time was Radoslovich who made things difficult, and Reading throws it away. Substitutions for Reading. Number 1, Shea Donahue, and number 22, Hayes Littlefield into the lineup.
And Caden Mills coming back in. Look for some energy here.
Remember, he has 3 personal fouls. So it's Bondasani, Hess, Williams, Mills, and Hagland, the 5 for the Ponders.
See, this is what Reading wants them to do, is to be this far out. They have to keep moving in, get inside that zone.
Arlington was working with a full 35 on the turnover, so no problem with the shot clock, but it is down to 12 right now.
Exactly.
Jaden Williams,
That's a soft spot on the zone right there.
Good.
Can't just kick it around three-point land, because that's where they're tougher on the perimeter.
14 now for Jaden Williams. He and Hagland have accounted for 31 of Arlington's 34. The Ponders lead it by 5, coming up on a minute and a half remaining third quarter.
That's good defense right there.
A little tie up there. Great defense by Jaden Williams. Ties up Shea Donahue, and on the alternating possession rule, the ball belongs to the Spy Ponders.
Good on-ball defense by Arlington there.
And Jaden had to be really careful there as he was going for that held ball to not pick up that third foul, which he was able to avoid. Now Jaden gets bottled up. He's going to take the shot anyway. Shot's no good. A couple players on the ground, 1 for each team. Everybody seems to be okay. Here comes Donahue the other way for the Rockets. Beckenhouse scoreless here in the third quarter. Goes into the paint. That on Jaden? It is. That will be foul number 3 on the league MVP.
Bondasani getting after it.
Jaden was going to thought about the 3. Instead, he takes it in the paint, takes it up, pull up, no, and he's fouled on the play.
Good take there.
Littlefield picks up that foul, his second, and with 42.9 seconds remaining, Reading picks up their first foul of the second half.
Bondasani really hustled down there and really got the ball and got it outlet and got it moving. Like, got to take your time and make these. These are all going to be super important.
Arlington tends to play low-scoring games. And Jaden Williams hits 1 of 2.
Good substitution to get the press on.
Going to let Jaden rest for this final 42.9 seconds.
And most importantly, don't get a foul.
As Matt Newford checks back into the Arlington lineup. Ponders by 6. 37 seconds to go, third quarter. Come on, Caden, don't be out there. You don't want that foul out there for number 4. Inside, Littlefield's wide open, and he lays it in. Hayes Littlefield with his second bucket of the evening, and the Ponders lead it by 4. 16 seconds to go.
There on defense.
Final shot for Arlington in the third quarter. Well, Beckenhouse knocks it out of bounds. Remains Arlington ball. 8.7 seconds to go, third quarter. Coach Woods working the official. 5 seconds to go. Arlington student section counts down the time. Newford has to take that. Short. And that's the end of the third quarter. And as we take this time between the third and fourth quarters, we're going to have a little highlight package of Middlesex League MVP Jaden Williams in action.
Lots of good shots you'll see here. He's had a great season. Dominated a couple of games. Played great in all of them. What an accomplishment, though, being MVP, though, of the Middlesex League. good highlight reel here for Jaden. Not just offensively, but defensively as well.
And getting ready for fourth quarter action, Don Phelan along with Tim Hoffman and the ACMi crew here bringing you this MIAA Division I boys first round tournament game between the 26th ranked Spy Ponders of Arlington and the 39th ranked Rockets of Reading High School. And now right away, first possession of the fourth quarter is a basket for Aiden Beckenhouse. Count it. He'll go to the line with a chance for a three-point play. And that foul will go against Caden Mills. And for Caden, that is foul number 4.
And Beckenhouse went right at him. He knew he had his three. Posted up even for a guard. Posted up like that. He showed some good, nice footwork inside. Took it right to the hoop.
Beckenhouse completes the three-point play.
He gets stronger and faster as the game goes on.
So right out of the chute, the 4-point Arlington lead has been cut to 1. 20 seconds into the fourth quarter. Tim, what do the Ponders have to do to pull this one out?
They've got to make their free throws, cut down on turnovers, and attack the zone too. See how they're so far out here on the perimeter? Nothing's going to happen when they're 40 feet from the hoop. They don't have anyone that can hit that. They're going to keep sneaking in and get inside of the zone.
6 on the shot clock. Newfer for 4. No. He kind of had to take that shot as the shot clock was winding down.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad shot. At least it was open. Beckenhouse.
Well, a floater by Donahue.
That's a tough
and
shot,
Reading
too.
has the lead.
They're going to pick up full, and then they'll probably drop back into their 2-3.
Shea Donahue with the floater, and the Rockets have their second lead of the game. They led it back when it was 19-17.
So you got to be more aggressive earlier on in the shot clock here, where they're just passing around the perimeter. Nothing's going to happen out there.
6.5 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Arlington down by 1.
So they've eaten 10, 15 seconds.
5 on the shot clock.
On the shot clock
Someone's
by passing the ball
shoot.
around.
Owen has to take it, puts it up. We're going to have a shot clock violation called against Arlington before Owen could get that shot up there. Good defense by the Rockets, and the Spy Ponders find themselves with a little bit of adversity right now. Student body
Nice
section
pass.
yelling for defense, but now getting open again down low. This time it's number 33, Benson, and the Rockets with their largest lead of the game. Let's see if Coach Woods takes the timeout. He sure does. Timeout, Spy Ponders.
Reading really has good spacing, and that's what's leading to the passing lanes being wide open.
During this timeout, we're going to have a look at a package of highlights of League All-Star Owen Haglund, number 4 for the Spy Ponders.
Which sometimes you have to remember that he's only a sophomore. Holy cow. He's going to have quite a couple of seasons coming up. He's had a really good season. Lots of highlights. A couple of games where he really carried the team. Played good on both ends of the floor. My favorite plays, though, are still his 2 dunks that he had during the season against Malden Catholic. What was the other game he had? He went down the middle and just dunked on like half of a team.
Wasn't it at Belmont?
Yes, yes.
I think both of those dunks were in, well, the Malden Catholic game was during a tournament, so kind of a neutral site game, and of course the game at Belmont.
Yeah, he threw a ball fake at the elbow and went in and basically dunked on half of the Belmont student body.
All right, coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the game. Caden Mills has checked back into the Arlington lineup, so he's playing with those 4 fouls. Arlington in a tough situation here. They're down by 3. The zone has really done the Ponders in so far in this fourth quarter.
That's the pass right there. Even though it didn't lead to anything, that's where they need to get the ball.
Reading with a chance to increase their lead.
Nice back door.
Inside to Murphy. Murphy with it there, bottled up by Jaden on the baseline. Newfer almost with the steal. Beckenhuis into the paint, blocked by Williams. Rebound fought for. Williams comes up with it. Here come the Ponders. 4 on 3. Jaden Williams to the basket. No.
Got to get back.
Steal by Haglund. Gets it to Newfer. Newfer puts it up. No. And he is fouled, and he will go to the line for 2.
We need Matt to make a couple right here. Stop the bleeding a little bit.
Matt Newfer at the line. He hasn't been to the line yet tonight. Scoreless so far in the game. And he hits the first free throw.
Yeah, he's got really good form. He's got good tempo at the line. I'll take Matt Newfer at the line anytime.
One of 2 for Matt. And the Rocket lead remains 2 points, 38-36, coming up on the 5-minute mark remaining in the ballgame.
Reading's so good at going backdoor when they get overplayed defensively.
Beckenhuis with the left hand, no. Haglund did a nice job getting that. Now here comes Williams ahead of the pack.
And one.
Count the basket. Jaden Williams will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play and a chance to give Arlington the lead.
James Murphy didn't like that. He probably got a couple rough in the passer calls in his day that he can't complain about.
Made that play go was Owen Haglund tipping that rebound. I'm not sure who he tipped it to, and then someone was able to get it to Jaden, and Jaden was able to go coast to coast, and he gives the Spy Ponders the lead.
They'll take Murphy out just to save him. But then again, you're bringing in another 6'4", 6'5" kid that's a pretty good player.
Coach Woods being really careful with Caden Mills as he brings in Ricardo Bondasani to replace Caden Mills. Ooh, Beckenhuis for 3, and he knocks it down.
Got to get out on him.
I think the Reading Rockets might have gotten away with a travel here at midcourt, and Coach Woods is furious about that non-call. 41-39 Rockets, 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Gutsy shot by Beckenhuis, though. He had his feet set, and he let it fly.
Beckenhuis knocks it out of bounds. It will remain Arlington ball, 18 seconds on the shot clock. 4:21 remaining in the game. Caden Mills checks into the Arlington lineup.
Yeah, it's now or never. So you got to get Mills in there.
And a timeout will be called by Reading.
Yeah, Coach Woods is saying, hey, he took a couple of extra steps down there.
And that led directly to a big 3-point basket. Each team has taken 2 timeouts. Let's take a look at the team foul situations, look at some of the highlights from this 4th quarter. Arlington with 16 fouls, so Reading will be in the bonus for the duration of the game. Reading has committed just 3 fouls, so they still have a couple to give, 3 to give to be accurate. And the Ponders trail by 2. And as we have another moment here, we'll go through this ACMi staff here tonight, bringing you this telecast. Nick Antonakis as our producer. Mason Abakalov is the director. Jack Magoon on replay. Kai Gangshawn Hare on graphics. Abby Shapiro, Letty Carswell, Donnie Noah Felscuti, Nicholas Ferrara, Owen Tambor, and Ruhan Sharma Soneya all on camera. And again, thank you very much to the ACMi staff here tonight.
Big possession here, only 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Can't just move the ball around on the perimeter and then try to get something in the next 2 or 3 seconds on the shot clock. Got to start attacking the hoop early in their possession.
Reading staying with that zone. Now they
Perfect.
get Caden Mills wide open down low,
Perfect.
and Mills ties the game. Good time for Caden Mills' first points of the game. We're tied at 41, coming up on the halfway point of the
Gotta
4th
get back.
quarter. Caden almost had the steal. Student body section yelling for defense. Hess got a hand on that pass, knocked it out of bounds. Remains Reading ball.
Put Murphy back in.
Murphy in, Littlefield out.
They don't play them both together too much.
No, I don't think really at all tonight, if I'm
No.
not mistaken.
Wouldn't mind having 2 6'5" guys in there at once.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the game, and now Reading turns it over.
Bondasani playing some tough off-the-ball defense, causes a turnover.
Newfer into the Arlington lineup. Bondasani out. It's a little offense-defense here for Arlington in the final 4 minutes.
Same thing, attack the high post in the zone and then go low post. They're stronger on their perimeter. There's the ball right there.
Jaden is called for travel.
I liked where he got the ball, though. Got to come to a jump stop there.
Yeah, he was going to be
Where's the Euro step when we need it, Don?
Yeah, he was going to take that one right to the basket.
Yeah, he was.
Hagelin with the steal. Layup, no. Rebound for. Oh, and they're not going to give him the benefit of a shooting foul.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to tip it in, too. That's a smart play.
Well, the official right there made the call quickly on Luke Benson, and that will be team foul number 4, Benson's second. You could make a case that Owen was going with a putback on that. But,
you know, with the refs in great position like that, you can't complain because he was right there.
Yep.
This whole crew's had a good game today, Don.
Arlington possession on the baseline with a full shot clock. 30 on it right now. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Tied at 41. Remember, last time these teams played here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium a couple of weeks ago, the game went to overtime.
Yeah, I was breathing into a bag. That was an unbelievable game.
12 on the shot clock. Mills on the baseline, swings it all the way up top to Owen Hagelin. Owen's been kind of quiet in the second half. Jaden, baseline drive, had the ball knocked loose, and that will be called for traveling.
It waiting too long to attack the hoop. It's like they, you know, with the 35-second shot clock, they're waiting till 6 or 7 seconds to attack the hoop where they got to be starting from the beginning to get there.
3 minutes remaining. We're tied at 41. I think Hess got a piece of that, and Mills with the steal. Jaden Williams tried to make an around-the-back pass to Hagelin. I think maybe Jaden might have been better served just going up strong with that one.
I want him going to the hoop.
Unfortunately for Jaden, the ball went off the Reading player, so it will remain Arlington ball.
A little too unselfish on that one. I'll take Jaden going to the hoop any day.
Wide open in the corner for 3. Newford, no. Rebound fought for. Hess knocks it out of bounds. Reading ball.
That would have been a nice one.
I don't know what they've done to Owen Hagelin here in the second half, but he's been quiet offensively. Jalen's carried the load in the second half for the most part. Those two have combined for 35 of Arlington's 41 points.
Good backdoor cut.
So they go inside to Murphy. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Palm. Switches to the left hand and lays it in. Well, I'll tell you, Jake Palm has been the difference tonight. He has a dozen. Remember, he only had 3 in the last meeting. So his extra 9 points really going a long way for the Rockets. Pond is down by 2, coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, their 2-3 is very effective on the perimeter because they play more of a matchup 2-3. And even on cutters, like you look here, they're playing the cutters.
Bondasani on the baseline, kicks it back out to Jaden Williams. Jaden going to the paint, maybe took an extra step. Play on, Bondasani for 2, around the rim and out. Jaden Williams with the putback ties the game.
Good offensive rebound there by Williams.
Tied at 43 with 1:40 to go. And now, they're going to get Bondasani on the foul. As they were getting ready to inbound that play, it looked like both players were holding each other, and it's going to be Bondasani picking up the foul, and that will result in a 1-on-1 for Reading. And I believe it's going to be Beckenhuis will go to the line for the 1-on-1.
It's good aggressive play by Bondasani, but just a little bit too aggressive.
Bondasani out, Newfer in. 1:39 to go. Big free throws here, or at least the front end of the 1-on-1 for Beckenhuis.
Yeah, you're not going to get a more aggressive player than Aiden Beckenhuis, I'll tell you that. I'll take him on my team any day.
Around the rim and out.
Good rip.
Caden Mills with the rebound, and Arlington with a chance to take the lead, coming up on 90 seconds remaining in the ball game.
See how they extend on the perimeter here? They're playing a matchup out on the perimeter. That's slowing Arlington down a little bit.
17 on the shot clock, 1:20 in the game. Let's see who for Arlington is going to take this big shot in this most important possession. It's Hagelin for 3. No! Beckenhuis with the rebound. Coming up on the final minute of the game, and Reading will take a timeout.
Good timeout there. Get things settled.
Reading takes their third timeout as you get a look at some of the fourth quarter replays. And Tim, a minute one to go, tied at 43. Where else would you rather be?
Yeah, unbelievable game, Don. And you know, anytime that Reading and Arlington goes, you know it's going to come down to the last possession, maybe even longer than that.
This is the
Tight
lowest
defense.
Scoring of the 3 games they played so far this season.
But
The first game
defense
was
intensity has just been unbelievable.
the first game was 73-67. That might have been one of Arlington's high point games of the season. Then 60-58 here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium a couple of weeks ago, and here we are with a minute to go, and both teams struggling just to get to the 43-point mark.
Yeah, that 70-point games in the field house in Arlington, a little bit bigger court. They run the ball, and these guys like to fast break and shoot it every time. So I could see them picking up the pace in the field house, and I could see the 75-point game there. Some good moves there.
Reading has 2 timeouts remaining. Arlington has 3. Reading is in the bonus. Arlington is not.
Beckenhouse has been on the court the entire game, don't you think, right? I don't think he's come out.
I don't think Hess has come out. I don't think Jaden Williams has come out. A couple players have gone coast to coast. Hagelin came out for a brief moment when he was shaken up.
Yeah, for about 14 seconds.
Right. There they go inside to Murphy on the baseline. Got it by Jaden Williams.
That's good
he
defense.
Spins, he moves. He shot, comes up
Good
short.
rebound. That is great on-ball defense. He kept his feet.
Two-way player is Jaden Williams, and you know he's going up probably against a player who's a little bit bigger than him, and that's what Reading wanted to do. They wanted to go to Murphy on the post, and Jaden was there defensively.
That was great defense by Williams. You can see Williams here on a kickback, hitting the open 3 earlier. But that was really good defense where he stayed straight up. He kept his position. Murphy's obviously a bigger kid, probably about 6'5", and then he got the rebound and attacked the hoop.
So 41 seconds to go in the game, 28 seconds on the shot clock. Arlington has to come up with literally their best possession of the season right here, right now.
I could see some free throws being in the cards here, Don.
Team's getting ready to break a huddle. Get a good look there at the Arlington student body section. As I mentioned, this section here to our right is completely full and packed with Arlington students.
Absolutely. The students have come out all year. Great support for the Spy Ponders. Good school spirit.
In the section in front of us and across the way, packed with Arlington fans as well. Here we go, final 40 seconds of the game. Hess into the corner. 3-point shot. No.
Wow, they didn't wait at all.
And the rebound comes up to Reading, and Reading will take a timeout. So Reading takes their 4th timeout. They have 1 remaining. I don't know if Arlington was trying to get a 2-for-1 out of that, but by the time the rebound was corralled by Reading, there's only 29.5 seconds to go, so the shot clock is now off. And this enables Reading to literally hold for a final shot, knowing that they are either going to win the game or we're going to play overtime. Tough situation for Arlington to be in.
You know, you can't blame Owen because he had a little bit of room. It was a good shot. He got some space. He took the shot.
Unfortunately, it didn't go, and we remain tied at 43. Remember, the winner of tonight's game goes on to play Newton North. Newton North, the number 7 seeded team in the tournament, and that game will be on Thursday night at 7 o'clock at the home of the Tigers.
Which is going to be no easy task for either one of these teams. Holy cow, those guys are good.
I think the next team in the bracket after that is Lynn English, so tough road to hoe in Division I, I'll tell you that much. So Reading will inbound on the baseline. Remember, Arlington is over the limit. Arlington cannot afford a foul here. That will put Reading at the line. They get it into Donahue. And Donahue will bring it up for the Rockets. Remember, Reading has 1 timeout remaining. Arlington has 3. excuse me, 2. Double team in the corner. Donahue in trouble, able to get out of that trouble. Hagelin with a hand on the steal. Here comes Arlington with a
Go
steal.
the hoop.
And a foul committed by Reading. Now remember,
That was great.
Arlington is not in the bonus, so it'll be Arlington ball on the sideline. 12 seconds to go.
Of course, Jaden Mills right in the middle of it defensively, which he has been all year. Just a great defensive player. And he gets it to Williams, and Williams instinctively went right to the hoop, got fouled.
Let's see if Coach Woods takes the timeout here. I don't see why he wouldn't, and indeed he does.
Set something up.
So
He'll have something good.
So what defense by the Ponders there, Tim? The ball got into the corner, and Shea Donahue was there, and you have to remember, at this point in the game, it's going to have to be something pretty flagrant for the officials to call. So the double team was there, maybe with a little bit of contact, but that enabled Arlington to make the steal. And so now, when Reading had a chance to hold for a final shot and either win the game or send it to overtime, now flip the script. Arlington is in that situation where they can take a last-second shot and either win this game or go to overtime.
Yeah, and I really like them attacking the hoop and see if the Arlington, if they could get Reading to bite, get a foul shot, especially, hey, you got to figure Jaden Williams and Owen Hagelin got him this far. I'd like to see one of those guys taking it to the hoop right now.
They've accounted for 37 of the 43 points for the Ponders in this game. And
Yeah, you don't want to get too, too passive at this point. You want to attack the hoop.
Here was a steal by Arlington, and then
It was a good foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading had 2 to give. Reading had 3 to give, and now I think Reading will probably take a time. No, they do not. I figured maybe they want to see the Arlington set. 12 seconds to go. Arlington with a chance to win the game. Jaden Williams to the basket, spins,
And one.
puts it up. No, he's fouled on the play. Let's see if they call it a shooting foul. They do. It will be a shooting foul, and Jaden Williams will go to the line for 2 shots with 8.9 seconds to go.
Great play coming out of bounds, too. You have the guy throwing the ball in.
And they attacked it, Tim. They weren't content to just hold for that
No,
final
they
shot
were
at
not
the
gonna
last
wait.
second. They just said, Jaden, go hard to the hole, and let's see what Jaden can do at the line. First free throw is no good. Each team has 1 timeout remaining.
I've said this before. I like when Jaden takes his time a little bit more, looks at the hoop, takes a deep breath, bends his knees. He's got great rotation. He's a good shooter. He's just got to take his time a little bit here.
Bondasani into the Arlington lineup. Jaden Williams around the rim and in. He gives the Spy Ponders the lead. I'm surprised Reading hasn't taken a timeout. 6 seconds to go. Here come the Rockets. Arlington leads by 1. Reading into the paint. Shot is up and in. And at the buzzer, Jake Palm has broken the hearts of the Spy Ponders. And the Rockets will win the game 45-44. Jake Palm wins it for Reading at the buzzer.
And a tough shot, too. He was a runner off the glass.
And the Reading fans celebrate, and the Arlington players.
I'd like to see that one more time and see where the clock was, too.
As we get a look at this final action, Jaden hit the free throw to give the Ponders the 1-point lead. And then Reading came back. I think they had 1 timeout remaining. They opted not to take it. As you get a look at the replay here, here comes Shea Donahue with the ball, gets it to Palm, and then Palm takes that almost impossible shot.
Yeah, he was sort of running to his left.
Going the wrong way.
Yep, and banked it.
And like I said, I really have Reading down here for 1 timeout, but maybe that's what Coach Morrissey wanted to do. He wanted to leave it in the hands of his players, and it worked out well for him. I'm sure if he didn't score, he'd probably be lamenting the fact that he didn't take that final timeout, but it worked out well for the Rockets, and they will advance in the state tournament to play the Tigers of Newton North High School. 3
unbelievable Reading-Arlington games this year. Holy cow.
Let's run down tonight's scorers. Shea Donahue and Hunter Hayes, each with 3 points. This is Reading. Aiden Beckenhuis with 13. James Murphy with 2. Hayes Littlefield with 4. Luke Benson with 6. And the ACMi player of the game for the Reading Rockets, Jake Palm with 12 points, including the buzzer-beating game winner. For the Spy Ponders, Matt Newfer had 1 point. Caden Mills had 2. Diego Palmieri had 3. Owen Hagelin had 17. Jaden Williams had 20. So a fine season for the Spy Ponders ends in dramatic fashion here as they will fall in the first round of the state tournament game to the Rockets of Reading High School, 45-44. Before we sign off, I want to wish my very best to the 7 seniors from the Arlington High School team: Simon Hess, Jaden Williams, Ricardo Bondasani, Matteo Staludi, Diego Palmieri, Matt Newfer, and Ben Radoslovich, all graduating from Arlington High School, and we wish them all the best in their future endeavors.
And the Spy Ponders have a good future too, with a great coaching staff with Coach Pal and Coach Woods. Got a lot of young kids led by Owen Haglund. They'll get some guys back next year. They got Caden Mills coming back next year. So expect a good season next year as well, and things look good for the Spy Ponders in the future.
So for our ACMi crew, led by producer Nick Antonakis, my partner Tim Hoffman, and Tim, great having you here all season long. You did a great job. We had a good run. And I finish up my 38th season calling games for the Spy Ponders in a tough way for the season to end, but that's how it goes sometimes. The Spy Ponders lose. I'm Don Phelan. The final score here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium: Reading 45, Arlington 44. Thanks for joining us.